Hello, hello, hello.
Do you want to just show them me so they know I'm a real person?
We can.
Yeah.
You want to be seen?
Yeah, see, people now know I'm real.
Well, it wasn't CGI.
People are like, Mom never is like shown on camera.
Yeah.
Mom's like sort of in the background.
Mom's in the background.
But
Mom's
mom gives her 2 cents.
Chilling like a villain.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Drop me a hi down below so I can know that you can hear me and that everything's all well and good.
I haven't heard from my guy in such a long time.
I know.
What's going on with that?
I don't know.
I know. I'm going to have to text him. Be like, what's going on?
It's funny. All right, guys, we are going to have a little impromptu live with Mother.
I just thought I'd say, hey.
Exactly. And
give some 2 cents and some wins and,
her clients
celebrate.
are killing it, as always. And I'm very jealous because right now Mom's kind of putting me to shame. And I'm not going to stand for that, actually.
I didn't want to say so.
It's so funny. I'm just going to chat for a little bit, like 30 seconds to allow more people to come in because we literally just started 30 seconds ago. But you know what's so hilarious? Someone came into my DMs yesterday and was like, I'm in between the 4-call package with me or the 6-week unlimited with you. They're both the same price. What are your thoughts? And I told her, I said, well, if you're not familiar with my mother, who is the trained coach, I want to let you know that it's not like you're getting some type of a demotion.
Yeah, I remember you saying
because that. Because like some of her successes, and then I had to think about some of my mom's wins. And I was like, well, she helped someone reverse blindness in 90 days. She helped someone dissolve a brain tumor in 90 days. She's helped people get engaged within 90 days. Other people have gotten married and they're now expecting the birth of their first child.
Hold on, our girl's getting married.
My
girl's getting married.
Many marriages, all that fun stuff. She's helped people with, weight loss, all the fun stuff. Appearance change. And as I listed out these things, I was like, why don't I have something to reverse blindness? You know what I mean? Why don't I have something to do X, Y, or Z?
You have so many.
I have other stuff.
So many wins.
I have other stuff.
I'm not going to sit here and let you talk that way about yourself.
But it was hilarious because I was just like, damn.
What can I say? I have a really good teacher.
Snaps from Mom.
I have a really good teacher, so it's all to you.
Right.
But remember what my guy said? He's like, we are going to take purses down. Remember who I'm talking about?
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Hello, all my gorgeous, beautiful party people. Today, we're going to be explaining the concept of parallel realities using different little props. So, if you don't mind liking the crap out of this video, sharing it with your friends, this is going to be a fast, impromptu live that's very direct and very to the point. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a lot of value here and understand that, we want to explain things to you in a way that maybe you've not really been explained before. And yeah, let's kind of get into it. Hi, Ashley. Hello, gorgeous Ashley. I think I saw an Emma. I don't know if that's your Emma.
Is it? Oh, I hope so.
Maybe.
Emma M?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Well, it just says Emma.
Maybe she's joining because she's at work.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just like sneaking it in.
Potentially.
Yeah.
How do you get over mistakes that you do? By reminding myself that it is Emma. That I'm not like a perfect person.
Hi, my love. I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah, and that I'm never going to be perfect. I'm never going to get it right. It's less about never making a mistake, and it's more about being self-aware and more about how can I improve next time to make this situation better? How can I learn from my mistakes, right? I made a lot of mistakes. It's not necessarily about how can I be more perfect. It's about how can I minimize the amount of mistakes that I'm making by being able to take the accountability where I need to take accountability and also allowing other people to take accountability where they need to take accountability. Because oftentimes, especially the individuals that come to us who are very overgiving, overcaring, overloving, overnurturing, people-pleasing, type A, overachiever, a lot of times they like to take over responsibility. And a part of it is realizing where your part is, and a part of it is realizing where the other person's part is, and realizing that there's a division down the middle and that type of situation. So let's dive into the actual lecture, and Mom's gonna, chime in
Yeah.
As always.
Yeah, of course.
Do you want to start with any wins before we get into it?
I'd like to start since Emma's here.
Yeah.
Emma's a really good testimony.
Emma's in the chat right now.
Only been working for 3 months, and she's doing some weight loss.
I love it.
And she is a player. I told her I was going to use that word.
I love it.
Okay, and she's okay with that.
Player.
Okay, so I told you, girl, I'm going to say player, okay, but in a good way. She's getting all the guys and really high value guys that are willing to travel a distance just to meet her.
I love it.
Yeah. A lot of wins. They're parroting her affirmations.
I love it.
And she's going to be getting that promotion.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
She literally, in the beginning, was, not in this type of scenario with love just to paint you guys a picture.
She was not. And she was attracting the wrong men.
Dusty men.
Oh, there we go. She's going to appreciate that.
Now she's got a Fortune 500 roster.
So she, again, it's all self-concept.
All self-concept.
All self-concept. She is working on her self-concept.
Obsessed.
Like nobody's business.
And she's reaping the benefits of
and
it.
she has options.
Options.
With an S on the end.
Options.
But she's realized how it's reflecting in her 3D, because not just men, it's like her boss, and she's going to get a promotion, and everybody is showing up for her, giving her like princess treatment and recognizing her and telling her, please don't move to this department. Like people that were
I want you. I need you.
that were really rude to her are like night and day.
Kissing her butt.
Yeah, basically.
I'm obsessed.
Night and day.
How does it feel to have the power?
Oh, yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah. But she's doing
Hi, Claire.
so great. And we are going to go into another package.
Nice.
And we're going to do some appearance change.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah, and maybe change her eye color.
I love it.
Which I think would be really cool.
That's going to be really cool.
But she is killing it.
Snaps for Emma.
And
snaps for Emma.
I don't know if that's my Claire. I wonder if that's my Claire.
It's probably your Claire.
So
all of Mom's clients showing up. My clients are like.
Is it like CLAIRE?
Yeah, that's how it is.
Because she's doing business. She does business, and people are unaligning with her because we don't want those people in our life anymore.
Right.
They're phasing out because we just want these high value people. But she actually knows a friend who is something with the government, because she does like goods and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's actually getting her in front of some government. And it's gonna like really blow up her business.
I'm excited.
And she wasn't nervous at the meeting at all, and there was no like run around. It was like straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
Lay it on me.
Yeah, she's doing really good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, these are some of Mom's wins, because she's obviously kicking ass and taking names. One of my girlies that I talked to today recently re-signed into my unlimited package. And what I will say is she's probably my top performing client financially. The last year in her business, she casually did $5 million.
Casually.
It's very casual.
Only $5 million. Just $5 million.
She could have done a little better.
Yeah.
But
just $5 million.
It was a slow year.
Yeah.
And, she had a little bit of a nervous system shock within her business that caused her, she had a nervous system shock because there were some clients that randomly left. So she has an agency where she has, she works with basically home health care and these types of situations where she works closely with the VA, and she's built out a whole multi-million-dollar industry of, facilitating staff and services to the elderly or people who need care, who can't care for themselves anymore. And she told me today on our call that so far this month, for the month of May, she has made $400,000. It is May 15th. Excuse me?
Damn. She is killing it.
She is killing it.
Good for her.
And my other girl, B, she is killing it as well. She literally messaged me today, and she came in for love as well. She's like, men look and smile at me. I turn heads everywhere I go now. I went to this hookah bar a couple of weeks ago, and it's as if I was the only woman in the room. I caught so many men trying to make eye contact with me. I feel seen for the first time. I feel like the hottest woman that turns heads everywhere she goes. I actually am that woman now.
Is that the one I worked with also? Now she's with you? Okay, that's good for her.
And so I'm really excited. Like, we have a lot of really cool wins coming through the pipeline.
We just want to celebrate.
Yeah. exactly. That's how it is for Emma now. And so let's get into a little bit of our lecture now that we've talked about the wins. Today we're going to be talking about quantum physics, parallel realities, the generous present moment, all the fun things in the most concise manner possible.
And we're like in and out, girl.
In and out.
To the point.
In and out.
Because we gotta be places and do things.
Yes. So this is what I want you to understand before I go into the different realities. This is going to represent one reality, the second reality, the third reality. A few things you need to know before I give my quintessential example. There are, according to quantum physics, not Persis, infinite. Yes, you can use this for anything you want. Trading, anything, absolutely anything. There are infinite. It reminds me of Buzz Lightyear, to infinity and beyond. There are infinite realities that exist in the generous present moment. Okay, please like this, share it with your friends because I'm about to go off right now. Now is the time to do that right now. Infinite realities that all exist right here, right now. Let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. Have you ever had an experience where you had a version of a particular person in front of you, and let's say that they had a particular mood, and maybe that mood was like happy, joyful, that's their typical thing. But then as you began to think, oh, does this person really like me? Or, oh, maybe is this person cheating on me? Or, oh, is this person being, a little deceptive towards me? Their whole personality changes on a dime. Have you ever experienced different versions that almost feels like this is a different person? Like this is not the person that I knew whatever period of time ago. This is not that person that I knew. That is happening all the time because we are shifting to different realities every millisecond. And how we shift is based upon our subconscious mind and what we identify with.
Love it.
What we identify with, what we believe to be true, what we know we're worthy of, and what we know is possible for us determines the reality we align to.
Good point.
Simple, hopefully. Simple to the point. Okay?
Why are you not being so nice to me?
Yeah, I am.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Because I was doing that little reality thing,
Oh, okay. So if you've ever experienced having a different version of someone in front of you, you know what it's like to shift to a different reality, right?
So if I'm in a really bad mood, and then I'm like, so-and-so doesn't like me, they're just going to show up like being a bitch.
Right. Although we want to watch our language because they don't really understand us like that.
That was my fault. That was a slip of the tongue.
I always make jokes with my parents that it's like we need actually a reality TV show that follows us around and films our shenanigans because this is just pure comedy with how we speak to each other.
I watched my mouth. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So to get into the example, there's a parallel reality. I'll give you examples with multiple things. Actually, let me know. Let me know down below, what is something that you're manifesting right now? That way I can use relevant examples. I'll start off with manifesting business success, and then I'll use a love example like manifesting your soulmate, because that's what a lot of people do. Manifesting 5K. Here's where I'm gonna dispute that, Cha. You don't really want 5K one time. You want to be a money magnet where money just comes to you all day, every day, consistently, infinitely for the remainder of your life because that's just who you are, right? And so it's not just a scenario. It's like, well, I want 5K. No, you don't really. That's like a baby low ticket goal. That's beneath you. You want to step into your money magnet identity by dissolving the money blockages that you have now that's not allowing it to come in. Someone says dream job. If I don't believe it, hang on. I heard one guy in my roster has a bad rep, but he won't be that way with me. If I don't believe it to be that way. Yeah, you don't have to believe it to be that way, but we also want to ensure that we're not seeking validation from that person. Right? That's also important. And realize that I'm hot stuff regardless. You know what I mean? 6-figure remote career. Oh, you should work with one of my clients.
I love that.
I have a girl. Her name's Andrea. She's a career coach that helps people do that. Chloe says 10K days. Solid.
Oh my goodness, you go, girl.
Solid. So there is I'll use Chloe as an example. There is a parallel reality where Chloe never hits 10K days. There's a parallel reality where she hits it once, but then it doesn't stick around. And then there's a parallel reality where Chloe hits 10K days consistently each and every single month, because that is just who she is, damn it. That is just who she is. That is just how things work out for this woman. And I love it. Now, what's going to differentiate her being in a scenario where it never happens versus it's a consistent occurrence versus just one time? I'm so glad you asked. Let me tell you, even though you didn't ask at all. Let me explain to you. Now, these guys are insane with the passion. Yeah, exactly. The version where it never occurs for her. Yeah, you want to go? Go.
I know. Because she has a belief that she is not good enough. That's why she doesn't hit 10K days.
Right.
And maybe there'll be a week where like, okay, I'm feeling a little bit good enough. Maybe I'll hit it once.
Right.
And then like, I know I deserve this. I'm getting those 10K months no matter what.
10K days.
Sorry, 10K days no matter what.
Right.
Because I know I am that person.
Right.
Like that.
Exactly. So the version of her that's in the reality where it never occurs is basically based on her subconscious and her identity, what she believes to be true in her self-worth, right? So what does she know to be true about herself? I'm giving examples because I don't know Chloe like in what's in her psyche, but I'm going to use relevant examples that could be applicable to anyone, right? So maybe there's a part of her that thinks, I'm not worth 10K days. Maybe there's a part of her that thinks I'm not good enough for 10K days. Maybe there's a part of her that thinks, 10K days is probably a little bit outside of my wheelhouse. I don't really know if that's possible for me. That's not really how people buy from me, right? And that will continue to keep her in alignment with this reality because she is subscribed and she identifies with, as an example, working hard. She identifies with, as an example, people don't buy like that. She identifies with the fact that maybe she's not worthy or she's not deserving, or how the hell is that going to happen? But we know the how happens when you remove the limitations that you're subscribed to. The way to eliminate the how is it going to happen is you knock down the circumstances and limiting beliefs that you have, and then the how sorts itself out. I tell myself all the time, I'm like, I'm not allowed to complain until I have shifted my limiting beliefs. I can only complain about the how when I have zero limiting beliefs. And as I just knock down 1, 2, 3 limiting beliefs, the how is already resolved. Because who I am is a different consciousness now. Who I am is someone that believes different things. Who I am is someone that's focused on the momentum that is happening.
Not focused on what
isn't happening. Right? And so it's important to realize that in order to even go from here to here, you must meet yourself with the neutrality of here. You must accept here and say, you know what? I'm open to change. I'm open for the possibility of more. I'm open for more people to find me. I'm open to ground into the fact that I am incredible at what I do. I get incredible results. I know that I'm amazing. I know that I'm incredible. I know that because I have a desire in my heart, it's meant to be experienced. And how cool would it be for me to experience it? I know that I'm educated. I know that I'm qualified. I know that I'm capable. And the more I know that, the more the correct people come in and mirror that back to me. I'm willing to trust. I'm willing to believe that the right people are always seeing my stuff, that I'm always attracting the right people who need my specific magic to be successful. And as I do that, and as I validate everyone that does come in, even if it seems small, more come in.
True.
But here's where we screw ourselves, when I'm looking at, okay, now with my self-talk rampage I just did, let's say Chloe hits the 10K day, but it doesn't stick around. Why would it not stick around? Well, after she hits it, she's like, can I really keep this up? Is this really who I am? That was probably just a fluke. I'm an imposter. This is probably not meant for me. This is probably not going to happen. She'll go back in, she'll go from here right back to here. And then she'll be stuck for another year. We don't wish that on Chloe. We're using it as an example. Then she'll be stuck for another 6 months. Why? Because she got it and then she just went right back to the old. She just went right back over here. And that's what ends up getting you into a space where how many times have people manifested something and then lost it?
Unfamiliarity.
They lost it because it was never a full identity. It was conditional to the result. You subconsciously or consciously were in a situation where you completely self-abandoned. You got it, but then because that wasn't who you were, you completely psyched yourself out and you completely reverted course. And that goes to show that you did not have an assumption, you did not have a locked-in identity.
You didn't identify, you couldn't solidify the reasons as to why you can.
Right.
Your self-concept went back to the old story and let me self-sabotage because this is not familiar.
This is not normal. This is not who I am.
I don't know who this person is.
This is not how things work out for me.
Absolutely.
And that's what takes it away from you. That's what takes it away from you. Now, similarly, Chloe can get her 10K month and she can be like, yes, it's working. It's happening. Things are moving. Things are working. I'm doing it right. I'm going to continue to double down on this process. I'm going to continue to double down on this procedure. I am amazing. I am incredible. The more she continues to validate herself and be like, it doesn't need to be that hard. The more that I just release the limiting stories that I'm hanging on to for why I can't have it, the money, the clients, whatever it is, automatically shows up.
Absolutely.
The money wants to be in Chloe's bank account, but how can it when she has these limiting beliefs? I want you to understand right here, right now, what you wants you right now. You're not allowing it to happen.
My God, you're all worked up.
You are not allowing it to happen.
You are stopping it because it's not familiar.
It's not familiar. It's not your identity, and you're still subscribed to the limiting stories. How can it show up in that instance? Somebody draw me a Venn diagram and show me how. It cannot. If I'm in a scenario refreshing this, there's a parallel reality where I never meet the love of my life. I never get married. I never manifest my soulmate. There's a parallel reality where I attract okay relationships, but I never get all my needs met. I never get the dream man. I'm always having to you know what I mean.
I'm going to use that one term.
Right. And then there's a parallel reality where I attract in the man that I'm meant to spend the rest of my life with. And I get married and all the fun things and everywhere in between. Well, when I'm over here experiencing this where I'm just getting a bunch of duds, why is that? Maybe, what are some of the limiting beliefs someone might have?
I was never chosen.
Yep.
I'm always abandoned.
I'm not good enough.
I'm rejected.
Nobody cares about me.
Nobody loves me.
Nobody stands by me.
Absolutely. It's never going to happen.
I'm not pretty enough. Those type of people don't exist.
Exactly.
People haven't stood by me now or up and until this point, so why would they now? You see what I mean? I'm just going to keep getting more of this. How do I get anything different? But when I take the compilation of my limitations and I begin to soften them, I begin to make peace with them, I begin to reach a state of neutrality with them, I'm able to shift to where I can begin to, as I knock down these limiting beliefs, that's what I call it, as I knock down these limiting beliefs, to start to get men or women, doesn't matter your preference, that are a little bit better. They may not be the full kit and caboodle, they may not be the whole kitchen sink, but realize that reality changes to the degree that your mindset and identity change. Whatever circumstances you're experiencing is because you have a limiting belief about that circumstance. You have a limiting belief about the fact that you don't get that type of man, so you don't.
What are you subscribing to?
Exactly.
Is what you're going to get, whether it's good or bad.
Precisely. Your circumstances are just your own limiting beliefs. That's what it is. That's what it is. And so we need to start to dissolve these limiting beliefs one by one. And as we do, let's say as an example, you have a self-concept over here that's like a 2 out of 10 self-concept, right? And then over here, you're having like an 8 out of 10 self-concept. And we'll put like a 5 self-concept right here. So 2, 5, and 8, okay? In 2 out of 10 self-concept land, you can only get 2 out of 10 men or 2 out of 10 women.
Yep.
I can't have a 2 out of 10 self-concept and get an 8 out of 10 guy. How does that work? What kind of math is that? That doesn't work that way, lovingly, okay? And I say that because I want you to understand that your results or the inconsistency of it or the lack of it is not shocking when you look at the limiting beliefs that are there. When you look at the self-worth issues that are there. When you look at the limiting beliefs about the thing that you want. A lot of people want love, but they don't believe it's available for them. So it doesn't end up being available for them because that's what they have identified with to be true. But it's not because that's actually a fact. It's because they're identified with it. They said, no, this is my truth. That's how it's always worked out. Well, how's that going to get you any further?
It's not.
That's very crippling of a mentality to have. How's that supposed to help you get better? It doesn't help you get better. You have to say, screw my past. Burn my past. My past is a compilation of the limiting beliefs that I've carried up and until this point in time anyway.
Check it at the front door and lose it at the airport.
Literally.
You have to be willing to check your baggage at the front door and drop it like a hot potato.
You can't have 2 out of 10 self-concept and get an 8 out of 10 reality. That's just not how that works. Now, likewise, when I start to shift my 2 out of 10 self-concept and work through these limitations and the circumstances start dropping away as I work through that, I come to 5 out of 10 self-concept land. 5 out of 10 self-concept land shows better men or women with better qualities, but still not the whole thing.
You can ask Emma.
Yeah, true. Emma can also vouch for that.
Yeah,
now, here's the thing that I want you to understand. How many times when you manifest do you have all or nothing mentality? All the damn time. And not maybe everybody, but a lot of times, pardon me, I've seen clients where, let's say as an example, they're manifesting a $200,000 month. That's what my people are doing. Casual money.
$200K.
It's a small amount, but it'll do.
Oh my goodness.
They could do better, but it's fine. It's fine.
Oh, gee.
My $400,000 girl who's done $400,000 this month, and it's the 15th.
Yeah. Casually.
She's getting there. She's getting there. She's not there yet. She's getting there, you know? But anyway, my sarcasm.
You're
How?
5 out of 10.
With this work, you know? So anyway, getting back to my points. As I move from 2 out of 10 land to 5 out of 10 land, right? I'm going to get better men or more money, but I'm not going to get the full amount. Where people tend to screw themselves, even in the process of manifesting something that's slightly better, is they compare it to here. They're here and they're comparing it to here.
You can't do that.
You got to start to see every step in between as a win, taking you towards where you want to go. Otherwise, you're going to go right back down. If as I'm manifesting a $200,000 month in my business, I get $10,000 and I'm like, but it's not enough. But it's probably not going to happen for me. But I'm probably not good enough. But I'm probably messing something up.
What am I missing?
I'm missing something.
What am I doing wrong?
I'm doing something wrong. This, that, and the other.
I've only heard that 10,000 times.
I'm going to go right back over here and then be surprised as to how I'm back over there. Right? And I say that with sarcasm, but with humor to explain to you that it's not shocking, the results or lack thereof or the inconsistency of it. You're doing this very subconsciously and you're not realizing it. And I want to make sure you realize it. That's the goal. So some people will get a better man, but it's not everything. And they'll say, what am I doing wrong? This isn't enough. I must be doing something. I'm missing something. I must be doing something wrong.
I'm only going to get these type of men.
I can only get this type of situation. Emma, this must be a sign that it's not meant for me.
Emma is a testimony to self-concept 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Attracting better men. Not the men she wanted. We keep rejecting that.
Right.
We keep working on self-concept. We keep working on how men show up for us.
Yep.
And now she has girl, this girl is...
She got a roster.
She got a roster. She got options.
I love it.
She has
Sexy.
options. And the men are willing to travel the distance just to meet her.
Because she's so valuable, because she knows it within herself,
Yes.
and she has a positive expectation about them.
Absolutely.
Exactly, because that's her dominant experience now, but that is not how it started. Remember, Emma has gone through a lot of hard work. It is hard work to uproot these limiting beliefs that have been sitting in your mind for a hot minute. It is difficult work, but she challenged herself to do that work, and she bet on herself, and now she is reaping the benefits of it.
My God.
Every freaking day, Emma, you don't even know. I come out of my room after I have my calls. Emma's got another win. Emma's got another win. I'm just chopped liver here.
I have to keep bragging. Hello. That's
no,
my
of course
job
you have to keep bragging.
I know you're being sarcastic.
But it's just really like, you know, a funny thing that we kind of really go into with each other. Chloe says, I took inspired action and cleaned my kitchen yesterday. Then I got a random phone call where I made $150 in 10 minutes.
Nice.
It was confirmation that what I want is on its way to me.
It.
I love that. Hi, Melissa. Hello, my love. No Dusties. Yes.
Didn't she say that?
She did. Yeah. So everyone's brain shifts in different time frames, but the time frame to get results is the time frame it takes you to mentally get behind this new identity and stay there.
Yes.
To go back to my previous example, and then I'll move into that if someone reminds me, we can screw ourselves by being too identified here and not really understanding why this is happening. Any circumstance you have, ask yourself if you have a limiting belief behind it. You probably do. That's why things are this way. But as you start to work on these, you will move into a greater reality with a greater expression. If you don't like the reality, up your self-concept. I tell my clients, we're very tough love people, but we do it because we know what gets results, and we're not going to sugarcoat and lie to you, right? But I tell my clients very bluntly, I said, if you don't like the reality, up your rating. But we're not allowed to complain when we have a 5 out of 10 reality and we want a 10 out of 10 reality.
Cannot complain.
Because that just indicates to us that we have more work to do. How is reality going to become 10 out of 10 when you're 5 out of 10? How? Maybe that's an advanced form of manifestation I don't know about. Maybe you can teach me. And once again, I speak the sarcasm to be playful with you, but also to give you the harsh wake-up call that you must wake up out of this. This is not how your life is meant to be. You need to be able to start to dissolve your shit.
And it's like you're looking at the outside world and wondering where it's at.
You're looking at the outside world and getting more dysregulated in your nervous system. That's what's happening. And because your brain works through a form of confirmation bias via the reticular activating system, your brain will always seek out evidence of what it knows to be true. So if you're over here in 2 out of 10 self-concept land, here's another man that doesn't want me. Here's another situation that doesn't desire me.
Yep.
Here's another scenario that doesn't want me. And I'm like, well, look, it's because he rejected me. Let's just get Tahini in here. This is an Indian household.
Do you want some pickle?
I know, right? Yeah, can you give me some pickle? Let's just get some achar in here. You know, when it comes to this situation, I have this, I have this, I have this. Here's an example of a man rejecting me. Here's an example of a man leaving me. Here's an example of the man that I really like not wanting me.
But I'm going back to that old story where I know I'm never chosen.
But here's the thing. What are you identifying with in this reality? You look at it and you say, that's why I can't go there. But the reason that you're going there, like you're going there, and then this is the reason why this is here, right? Tahini is Mexican, but in an Indian household, there's always tahini. There's always tahini. My dad could use like a, I don't know, just put a nipple on it, I guess, and just like suck it down like a bottle, like drink it basically. Anyway, then what I wanted to explain to you is a lot of times, I'm talking about in the original discovery of our awareness into manifestation, right? Into manifestation. Putting this on the side for 2 seconds. I think, this is my opinion, I think what it is before we're aware of manifestation, we aren't as aware of our thoughts. We aren't as aware of our emotions. We aren't as aware of our assumptions and our expectations and our actions and how it's literally just mirroring everything back to us, right? And so in those situations, the problem is as life has let you down, as life has let everyone down in different areas, you have identified with a different limiting belief. You have identified with a different limiting belief. You have identified with maybe another positive belief. And what we are as humans is a compilation of all of our beliefs, positive and negative combined. Now, my positive beliefs are positively impacting my life. My negative beliefs are negatively impacting my life. My life is being mirrored back to me based on the compilation of beliefs that I possess. The ones that are good, that say I am worthy, I get mirrored back to me a bunch of people that show me
I'm worthy.
I'm worthy.
I'm valuable.
I'm valuable.
I'm chosen.
Exactly. And that can be shown to me in different areas of my life.
That's what I say all the time.
Because a self-concept that's high in money versus low in love will reflect in money, but not in love.
Yes.
Right? So if I have a full all-around belief that I'm valuable and I'm loved and I'm lovable in all areas, I will have this shown to me in all areas.
Yes, you will.
But if I have a pessimistic, negative, or limiting belief that says men don't choose me because I had some bad relationships where they left me, there isn't any amount of me knowing my value that's going to supersede this, because I need everything on the same plane. I can't be in a scenario where I know my value, but I don't believe that men will commit to me and get someone to commit. What that will mirror back to me is a man who sees my value, but is unavailable. A man who sees my value, but doesn't commit. A man who sees my value and turns out he's unavailable, he's married, he's whatever. Someone who sees my value, but is having other life events happening right now. Who sees my value, but is going through their own trauma. Conversely, in money, I can know my value and believe people won't buy. I can know my value and think that I'm not going to get the raise. I can know my value and expect that people don't want what I have to offer. I can know my value and not assume that I'm going to hit 10K, 20K, 30K, 50K, 100K, a million. Do you see how it doesn't matter how positive the positive belief is?
No.
When you've still got your own gunk. The gunk is what's ruining everything. Until you remove the gunk, dissolve the gunk, shift the gunk, heal the gunk, whatever fancy word you want to put on it, nothing is capable of changing. How can it change? I can be in a situation where I know that I'm good enough, but I know that men cheat, so I'm only going to get cheaters. How do I get something different?
You're not going to get it.
How many times do you even know women that complain about men being cheaters, and that's the only thing they get? It's as if cheater land lives in their zip code. Lives in it. That's their postal address. It's like right there. It's only with that woman. She'll be sitting at a pizzeria with her friends and she'll be like, let me tell you about this man who let me down. Let me tell you about how he blew smoke up my ass. Let me tell you all about it.
Oh my God.
And she's like, this is exactly why men are like this way. And I'm like, this is exactly why you got issues. This is exactly why you got issues.
This is why you're attracting this type of man.
This is exactly why you got these issues, girl. I love you so much. But this is exactly why you got these issues. This is exactly why. It is not a shock to me at all why you got these issues.
I'm surprised.
I'm not surprised at all. And so I think the most important thing to understand when it comes to this scenario is you are a compilation of your beliefs, both good and both bad. You need to really do the inner work around it. You need to really do the inner work around it. In terms of how you fix it, well, these people that are getting these results of a $400,000 a month, $250,000 a month, healing blindness, curing cancer, dissolving a brain tumor.
I know. We're just doing
getting married, all the things, they're doing it in personal coaching. How you fix it is much more complex than what I could even detail. I would need 14 hours to really explain that. So that's the work that we do in personal coaching. But know that there are 600 free videos here for you to watch. But it's not as easy as what's the how-to tutorial of how to fix it.
Yeah.
First step is identifying it. You know, that's the step number one. And basically what you'd need to do is rewatch this video because I explained a lot of how we walk from here to here. The problem is when it comes to pre-manifestation days, we are walking, I'll just use a hiking example. We are walking 1 mile in the eastward direction of all the negative thoughts, negative assumptions, negative beliefs. People have let me down. This isn't how this works. And we walk 1 mile in the eastward direction. We find manifestation and we're like, shit, I did not mean to get here. How do I take one giant step back to the beginning?
No. I don't think you can do that.
That's not how you got there.
No. It's not going to happen.
That's not how you got there.
No, you can't do that.
And a lot of times it's an avoidance of the actual traumas that you hold. Really, what we do is we help people heal their traumas to manifest everything that they want. Because as you heal your limiting beliefs and your traumas, you just naturally get it. Emma didn't need to try to get Fortune 500 men as a roster. It happened when she naturally dissolved her self-worth, self-image, self-concept issues.
My girl is killing it in every single area. Every area.
Damn straight.
I told her, I'm like, girl, I just want to let you know I'm going to brag about you left, right, and center.
We're so glowing for our clients' wins.
You know? I mean, she has worked hard.
Yeah, and she's reaping the benefits of it. She deserves it.
She damn well deserves it.
She didn't sit here and like sit with her hands under her, you know, like she worked hard for it.
She worked hard and she is reaping the benefits.
I have another girl named Cynthia. She was doing consistent $20,000 to $30,000 months in her real estate business. She knew it was possible to get 70 and 80K months. And she knew she had a lot of limiting beliefs coming from the fear of success, the fear of being seen, and the fact that her family glamorizes a poverty consciousness and a poverty lifestyle. She is one of 2 siblings, 2 sisters, and the sister that gets all the love, care, attention, and effort is the one that is broke, who has been divorced 3 times, and who is hand to mouth, and who is completely dependent on the parents. She gets demonized for manifesting or occurring in her business $20,000 to $30,000 months because money is evil. Money is not everything. Money makes you disconnected. Money makes you this way. So instead of a parent being happy for their kid at the fact that they're getting $20,000 and $30,000 months, they literally demean her. They literally put her down. So it was not safe in her nervous system to be able to make more. As we began to dissolve each and every single one and we healed it at the root level, you know what she did? You know the answer, but some people don't. Guess how much money she made in 1 month? Her starting was $20,000 to $30,000 months religiously in the real estate business. Guess how much she made in 1 month of doing this with me? Guess. 100K, Chloe says. Let's see. 100K. No.
Who said this on the one show? Male or female, right? Remember?
Oh, male or female. Yeah. 80K, 50K. Keep guessing. Higher. You're basically just pitying me.
Oh my God.
$205,000. Chloe. Ding, ding, ding for Chloe.
Oh, Chloe got it.
$205,000. And guess what? The next month after that, $250,000 in a month.
Damn.
Bitches. Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing. My other girl that I talked about that some of you didn't see in the beginning of the live, she works with the VA. She has a business. It is May 15th. She has done $400,000 so far this month in her business. Her business casually does $5 million years.
Casually.
It's small money. She could do better, but you know, she's working on it.
Hey.
Shut up. What? Excuse me? Mom's client dissolved a brain tumor in 90 days.
How does that happen?
Talent. I feel like London Tipton, yay me. How does it happen? Talent. Oh my goodness, I love it. What if you work a salary 9 to 5? You can easily dissolve your money blockages and manifest a higher paying salary or a raise. She's done that so many times.
I've done that with my last girl, the girl who did love.
If you go to my YouTube, which is in the link in my bio, and somebody asked, how do you work with us? The link in my bio has all the packages elegantly listed out. If you go to my YouTube and go to the playlist tab and then you scroll to Success Story Hall of Fame, there's over like 70-hour-long interviews of individuals who have manifested crazy stuff. From reversing HIV, reversing blindness, cancer, autoimmune, manifesting 3.5 billion, 205,000, 250,000, 400,000, weight loss, appearance change, manifesting love, getting married in a castle, expecting their first baby.
We can't keep track of all this. This is just a lot.
I don't have enough fingers and toes.
This is a lot.
I don't have enough.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a lot.
But what we wanted to do is come on and encourage you and inspire you to be able to wake up. Wake up in the sense of a 2 out of 10 concept is only going to get a 2 out of 10 reality. It's time for you to get better. You deserve better. I don't know how much more clearer English to speak. You deserve better, but how bad do you want it? You can say you want it, but it doesn't seem like it when the 3D keeps triggering you. And you keep just going right back over here. Right back over here. The lack of results or the inconsistency should not shock you. You got to be self-aware enough to know where you're screwing the pooch. Because when you know where you're screwing yourself, you know how to fix it now. You got to get better. You got to get better with where you see you messing something up. Not messing something up, but you get what I mean, right? And you got to get better. We got to tighten this shit up. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. And I hope that the example of we are a compilation of positive beliefs, negative beliefs, the positive ones will positively impact us. The negative ones will not positively impact us. And how if I have a belief that I'm chosen, but men suck, I'll get a reality where men choose me, but they all suck. And just like that woman who says at the pizzeria, I know these men are awful. This man's already blowing smoke up my butt. I already know he's a cheater. I already know he has 14 girlfriends. He does probably. He does now.
What you know what?
What a whore.
Yeah, what a hoe.
What a hoe. And so we need to tighten this up. Your reality is malleable to your inner identity and to your subconscious. You're attracting circumstances to mirror what you already believe. And then you're saying, yep, see, look, that's what's happening to me. Yeah, it is because that's what's inside.
You know, I think Emma said, I think her coworker, no, it wasn't Emma. It was S. The one you just sent the link to? She's like,
oh,
yeah.
You should tell them about that result, but continue.
Yeah, and she's like, everyone's asking her what, it was either her or Emma. They're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, we're not going to tell them what we're doing.
That's
we're going to keep
hilarious.
it to ourselves. It was either Emma or S. Stefania.
Yeah.
But she is, me and her have been working for about,
It was Emma.
It was Emma. I thought so. Yeah, I thought so. Me and Stefania are in our next package, and her SP came in like nobody before. And we're like, we don't want him.
Yeah.
But
with his head.
But he is coming in and parroting.
I want him stoned in the middle of the courtyard.
He is coming in. Coming in and mirroring her affirmations. And
of
one
course.
Of her coworkers,
but he's unworthy.
But one of her coworkers,
I hate him.
I think he likes her, and he's like, "Why are you going with him? He's no good for you.
He isn't any good. He should be thrown in the garbage."
And she's rejecting her SP. I don't feel like coming over. I'm tired. Oh, I forgot to tell you, he's taking her for dinner. Where do you want to go for dinner? Let's go shopping. He is spoiling her. It's your choice. What do you want to do? And he never did that shit before. In the beginning, but then it like fizzled off.
Man, we must be talented. We must know what we're doing.
Oh my goodness.
I think I won the lottery with one guy. Seems like a dream. What if this is my husband? I mean, I guess mom would have to be maid of honor. I can't really impose myself.
Oh, is that Emma?
It is Emma.
Yeah. I have a really good feeling
I always
about this
make
guy.
jokes. I was like, as soon as the wedding invite goes out, if I am not the maid of honor, if I am not
We're going to have
one
problems.
of these bridesmaids, we're going to have a big issue.
Yeah.
We're going to have a big issue.
And she's not that far.
She
Only
is.
an 8-hour drive.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
She's in Tennessee.
Oh, I love Tennessee.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
We might be going there for summer.
Fall.
Let's see.
Fall.
Fall,
We'll
not
we'll
summer.
have to see her, you know?
Of
If she
course.
doesn't come here sooner.
If you don't come here sooner.
Yeah. She just couldn't come because it was Rockville.
Yeah, I know. Rockville's happening literally right now. Emma's supposed to be actually like here in this house on this live, actually. That would have been hilarious.
That would have been so fun.
That would have been so fun. In terms of SP, can you manifest an SP? I hate SP work.
I know you
I
do.
love you so much. I hate it. I hate it with a vehement passion.
And the reason we hate it, and we're going to tell them why.
Go ahead. I'll just take a sip of
Okay,
water.
we're going to say why. Persis doesn't do SPE. I don't think you do any SP work. I do SP work.
She does SP work.
But I will only do SP work if you are open to new love. I don't mind you manifesting your old love. But remember, girl, if you don't up yourself and you don't up him, he is never going to come in, girl.
Right.
Okay, I don't mind doing SP work. I love SP work. But you have to be open. If you cannot raise your self-concept, dissolve this, they are never going to come in. You'll
What
be
to do?
blue in the face.
You will be blue in the face.
But if you're open to it, trust me, you need to lose him to get him back again.
And male, female, she doesn't understand because she can't see the comments.
No, I
It doesn't
can't see
matter
it.
either one.
Either or.
It's a girl, but
It's a
that's
girl.
fine.
Yeah, it
it
doesn't
works
matter.
the same way. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
really gender things.
You have to be willing, my love. And I'd love to work with you.
She's saying that she's already dating the woman.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So to answer your question in short, yes, you can change it.
You can
What I
change
need
it.
you to understand about an SP, and I'm only going to take 10 seconds because honestly, I feel like the SP cult will come over here and I don't want them
Yeah,
here.
she's not an SP person.
I did it a long time ago and I hate it. The reason I hate it is because it's just trauma bonding at its finest. That's what it is. I can't change my mind. I've worked with too many people around it and I don't want it.
You have a lot of trauma with that, I know.
It's awful. And so anyway, anyone is showing up based on your own inner assumptions about your self-worth or about what you believe about women. So it's the same thing.
It's the same
There is no
thing.
such thing of if it's an SP, will
No.
it work? It works for everything because you're the one that's in charge of it.
Yes.
She didn't magically show up with avoidant attachment. She showed up that way maybe because there was a part of you that was codependent on her attention to be able to feel like you're safe, worthy, wanted, chosen, special.
And we do not want to look in the 3D for any evidence.
Yeah.
That is the worst thing we can do.
Right.
We need to come
Because you're only
here.
going to get the evidence
Yeah.
of what you believe.
Yeah. We need to shift your self-concept. Girl, I would love to work with you.
Yeah.
I will be more than happy. But I'm telling you one thing, sweetheart, if you don't up your self-concept,
And your concept of them,
And
it's
of-
not
of
going to
her,
change.
and she will
It's not
never
gonna
come in,
change.
sweetie.
It's not going to change. It's not going to change for anything.
No.
So even if this was business, if I had a poor self-concept in business, but I had a high self-concept of like, how do I say, people paying or buying, I'm only going to get the half that's positive and the half that's negative, right? And so that's how that works. To bring this live to a respectable end, let me know if you have any questions about coaching or working with us. That's the only questions I want to take because we did this too long. I'm realizing we screwed up.
We said in and out.
We
were
screwed
an
up.
hour.
Okay? In terms of how long it takes the 3D to change, it can change in a minute
It can
if you
change
if
in
you get your mind
0.2
around it.
seconds if you can change yourself and change them.
Can you change that fast? Can you change in an hour? Can you let go of every limiting belief you've got in your head in an hour? Then it can change in an hour.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Change occurs as soon as you can shift your own inner world. That can happen in a minute, in an hour, in a day, in a week, in a month. Typically, clients in our world see results within 90 days or less. A lot of them see it sooner. They begin to see changes within the first couple of weeks, as long as they're on their plan and they're doing it religiously. Obviously, the quicker that you let go of your old stuff
Yes.
and you go all the way in,
Yes.
the quicker the results happen. But if you're like doing a little bit and then you're going back, and you're doing a little bit and then you're going back, it's going to be a little bit longer. but we use a lot of nervous system reprogramming and subconscious rewiring and all the fun tools in our tool shed to be able to help you process this stuff as best as we can. There isn't any page stone we don't turn. I literally wrote a plan for a client today, a new client that came into my unlimited package, and it was like 4.5 pages long.
Yeah, we're very
in depth.
Yeah.
We're very precise. Yeah. We're very detailed because we have over 2,000 results. We know how to get results. There's nobody that produces the magnitude, the consistency, and the bigness of the change. I've never seen anyone reverse HIV. We have.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone dissolve a brain tumor. We have. I've never seen anyone dissolve cancer in 4 days. We have.
We've done a lot.
I've never seen anyone manifest $1 billion success story. Well, our biggest success story is 3.5 billion. I've never seen anyone do 200K from 20K that fast in 30 days.
But it's up to you how quick you can start shifting your internal.
Please don't put us on a pedestal because we just identified the limitations. We gave them the plan on what to do and then they did it. Do not put us on a pedestal because we're not the ones that can go into your mind.
You are doing the work. We're just facilitating.
We're facilitating and we're standing by you the entire process. We're finding out the precise limitations that need to shift. We're showing you what to do, how to do, drawing you out a 4-page, 5-page plan. And then as you do it and as you reach out, message us, we hop on calls and everything like that, as you shift, your reality does a complete 180. Yeah. The thing that we're the expert at is we're the expert at the precision.
Identifying.
There are precise gaps that are clogging up the pipe. When you are able to have that expert vision of what those clogs are, which we do that, and you know what to do on how to shift it, and we show you how to shift it, and we're there with you as you shift it, everything changes. Like my girl didn't expect to go from $20,000 and $30,000 to $205,000 in 30 days. My other girl didn't expect to go from 0 acting contracts to $1 million acting contract in 30 days. My other girl didn't mean to go from $1 million acting contract to a 5.5 million in 30 days. But it happened because there were precise limits that we were able to see and identify. Then we created a custom plan around that. They did that, and then they got results.
My girl just messaged me. We've only been working for a week, maybe not even a week, and she's already attracting in men.
I love it.
In a week.
It doesn't take a long time. It really takes the amount of time it takes you to get behind it.
Yes.
Have you ever got your client to manifest an engagement? Yeah, Mom did that.
We've
90 days. We've done that a lot.
I mean, that's,
That's light work.
Yeah, that's light work.
That's light work. User 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.
Several times I've done that.
We've literally helped, one of our bigger ones is we helped her manifest in her soulmate, right?
90 days.
In 90 days. And then she got married in a castle in India, and now she's expecting the birth of her firstborn son. Casual. It's very casual stuff.
This is.
We've done that many times.
Yeah.
She's helped somebody manifest engagement within 90 days. And then he literally left his country to be with her.
Yes.
And now they're married and getting ready to buy a house.
No, they already have the house.
Oh, sorry. They already have the house.
Yep.
They're doing the job thing then?
She did the job next. But
yeah.
now when we did a live with her, she wants to up her job. I should probably message her.
Yeah, maybe.
Because she's realizing that she really settled,
Yeah. You can do a dream job.
Yeah.
You can do anything. That's what this is all about. You can literally do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can manifest the pregnancy. You can manifest the gender of the baby. I've never really done gender of the baby.
We haven't done gender, but that's what somebody was asking me.
Yeah.
But we probably could do that. I don't know.
What is the $500 offer? I saw it in your highlights. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, unless you have a name. But regardless, we don't have any more of the $500 offer anymore. What we have is just what's linked in the bio. So whatever is linked in my bio on Instagram or on TikTok, that's what it is. So right now we only have personal coaching, no group programs, no courses, one-on-one work. This is where you're gonna get the biggest, fastest changes. Does Mom have a name or a page? We just call her Mom. No, I'm just kidding. Mom doesn't have a page. Mom works.
Does Mom have a name? I do have a name.
No, your name is Mom. Your name is Miss Kim.
Yes, that's his name.
She sounds like a preschool teacher.
Mrs. Kim.
Mrs. Kim.
You're a pre-K teacher.
Yeah, but it's really cute. Mom doesn't have a page, but she works under me, and you can get coaching with her in the link in my bio. It will say 4 calls with Persis' trained coaches and unlimited coaching with Persis' trained coaches. My coaching is 4 calls with Persis, unlimited coaching with Persis. So the only difference is unlimited coaching with Persis, unlimited coaching with Persis' trained coaches. 4 calls with Persis, 4 calls with Persis' trained coaches.
That's me.
She's the coach.
That's me.
That's mama. Is the 90-day a scientific thing? No, it's something that you can know payment plan options if you send me an email, because it'll be hard to give everything here now. But payment plans, basically any price you see can be split evenly to pay off over the length of the package. So if you're getting a 4-call package with mom, that's 4 calls over 2 months, right? A call every 2 weeks. So you can split it in a way where you pay off the full amount before it ends. So that would be half payment now, half payment in a month. Because then you'll have paid for what you'll have used before you used it, and you'll be paid off before the end. If you're doing unlimited, that would be $1,000 now and $1,000 in 3 weeks, or $633 every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You have to take a look at how it breaks down, or just send us a message or DM. But in terms of the 90-day thing being scientific, it's not scientific. It's my type of science. I'd be willing to do the gender one. Yeah. It's my type of science. I'll explain to you. Even if I'm starting at a rock bottom 0 in my self-concept, or in general, even if I'm starting at a rock bottom 0, right? And I just focus on getting 1% better daily, 1% better daily, 1% better daily. Notice how I didn't say become 50% better in 0.2 seconds, because that's unattainable. If I just focus on 1% better daily, I'm not asking for a lot. In 90 days, I must be 90% better. I must be. That's how math works.
You're only shifting 1% a day.
I'm only shifting 1% a day. I'm just putting 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot in front of the other.
Working on that new identity.
I must be 90% better in 90 days. So a lot of our methodology is, if you're not getting results in 90 days or less, it must be because some part of the education, application, consistency, or personalized touch is missing. Maybe you can't see the precise blockages that are screwing everything, and you just need help to do that. Maybe the consistency is being thrown off. Maybe the education is being thrown off. Maybe you don't have a structure or a plan or regime of what to really do to get really big results really quickly. Regardless of what it is, that's what we do to be able to help you. So 90 days is not scientific, but if you just use like basic principles, even if you're starting at a rock bottom 0 and a lot of you aren't that low, it should never take that long unless you just don't have an understanding of what to do or how to do it, or you're not being consistent, or you're not aware enough of what to really shift or how to shift it, or you keep going back. These types of things.
Absolutely.
These types of things. So I hope this is helpful. This man is a male version of me. Oh, we're talking now. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I hope this was helpful. Please go follow me on my Instagram. I'm trying to get to 10,000 followers. So then that way I can make a free broadcast channel. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. He can't wait to take me out.
Of course. Is that Emma?
It is.
I know. I love it.
I love it.
I'm just going to keep hearing all this good news.
Okay. We're going to go eat dinner. I love you. If you have any other comments, questions, issues regarding coaching, you know where to find me. Links in the bio. Instagram is in the bio. YouTube is in the bio.
Everything's in the bio.
Everything's in the bio. Everything just gets solved with that link in the bio. Everything. I love you so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. What's for dinner? That is such a great question. I think it's barbecue.
It is going to be barbecue.
It's going to be barbecue.
Yeah. Is that Emma?
No.
No? Someone's asking.
But thank you. Thank you for asking. Thank you for taking an interest in my life. I appreciate that. And we will chat soon.